Hello, and welcome to the webinar series. I'm Nicole, your host for today. Today's session is titled Online Publishing Platforms and the Advancement of Scientific Communications, presented by Hong Zhou, Director of AI Product and Head of AI R&D at Etipon Systems. Dr. Zhou leads Etipon's Intelligent Solutions Group to provide AI-powered solutions and big data technologies to support the company's business. Before joining Etipon in 2017, Hong was the CTO of Digital Fine Print, a startup that leveraged machine learning algorithms for the insurance industry. Prior to that, he was a senior software engineer and development manager at Schlumberger, and he also spent a year designing race car games at UTechnics. He holds an MSc in computer science from the University of Sheffield, a PhD in 3D modeling with artificial intelligence algorithms, an MBA in digital marketing and strategy from the University of Oxford, and a certification in machine learning from Stanford. He has published 13 articles in various computer science journals and conferences. Today's webinar is expected to last about an hour, and it will be recorded. The recording will be made available after the session has ended, and a link will be emailed to you. As always, we welcome questions from the audience. Please feel free to send through your questions anytime via the Ask a Question button located underneath the main video player, and stay with us till the end of the presentation for the Q&A session. We will also be issuing certificates of attendance for participants who join us during this live session. You will receive the certificate details in the post-webinar email. And now, Dr. Zhou, I'll hand it over to you for you to start your presentation.
Thank you. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Hong Zhou. As Nico said, I'm the Director of the Product Management and the Head of the AI R&D at Etipon. Thank all of you for being here, and thank the organizers for giving me the opportunity to introduce Etipon and share some exciting initiative about advanced scientific communication. So first of all, I would like to share the two important trends that are influencing the business decision of Western academic publishing. The open access, or OA. The movement is being fueled by the demand of the researchers, funders, and the government for free public access to scientific research. The demand, which is driving the conversion of the more and more content from pay-to-write to the free-to-read models, is affecting the publishers of all sizes and disciplines. In many cases, the business model is flipped to a pay-to-publish model, with authors receiving the articles processing fees from the funder of their research or their academic institution to publish their work. The other is open science. It is a broad term for a movement that endorses a fully collaborative approach to research, encourage the sharing of all of the research outcomes, not just a paper that summarizes the results, like we are doing now, and endorse the free access to the content for others to reuse and reproduce. Both of these movements across the US and Europe are presenting the significant challenges to the traditional ways in which scholarly publishers fund their operations. Yet they also hold the tremendous promise for accelerating the science, its reproducibility, and its broader dissemination, and they offer the authors and the funders worldwide new opportunities to expand the discoverability, visibility, and influence of their work and the publications. So Etipon is a technology company focused on developing solutions that can accelerate, expand, and improve the scholarly communication worldwide, and on giving the publishers the tools they need to thrive in an environment that is always changing. Etipon was found in the Silicon Valley at the same time that journals first moved online in the middle of the 1990s. Technology is our priority. The 75% of our staff are engineers and developers. Our flagship product, Literatum, is the world's most widely used online publishing platform, hosting over 40% of all English language scholar content. We operate globally with 8 offices and development hubs in the 5 countries on 3 continents. So more than 40% of the world English scholarly journals have been hosted on the Artpon platform. There was 3.5 billion visits on the publisher's website hosted on Artpon platform in 2019. Our Literatum platform hosts the scholar publication website for over 200 publishers and nearly 2,500 society and university presses. If you can see this, the 4 of the world's the top 10 most cited journals and the world's the 2 most cited journals, New England Journal of Medicine and the CA, hosted on our platform. There are some examples of our customer. You can see the AAAS, ECS, and the CCS, Chinese Chemical Society, or Wiley, of course, Elsevier, Sage, etc. So next, I would like to share how the publishing platform like Literatum supports the scholarly publishers' business worldwide. Every publisher's priority is the global discovery of their content. At the highest level, publishing platform drive the discovery in 2 ways. First, by implementing the international standards and the best practice on a common infrastructure, helping to support the seamless interoperability, much like a country's railway system or power grid. And by aggregating the content and the users for increased impact. So by integrating the technology and the industry standard, the best practice, publishing platform ensures the consistent content availability and access for the entire scholarly ecosystem of users and lend the credibility to the publishers. This is a sampling of some of the most important standards which facilitate content creation, distribution, and discoverability. By automatically depositing your content to Crossref, for example, publishing the platform, let the world and the search engine know that it exists and know where it is. Online publishing platform also drive the discovery by implementing the SEO, search engine optimization best practice, across the client's publication website, ensuring that the publisher's content is clearly visible to the most popular search engine worldwide. Enable it to be crawled, indexed, ranked, and written in the search result. The platform can also design, build, and maintain the modern website for publishers and global users. By hosting and supporting the modern consumer-grade publication website, publishing platform can attract the new readers, keep them on site longer, and increase the visibility and impact of the content and the authors. The design of this website should be informed by the tactical and user research in order to create sites that appeal to an international audience of users in a related disciplines. This type of user interface and user experience design encourage the return visits and further increase the publisher's content, the reach. There are some examples of the type of the user research-backed site design that improve the user engagement. This is a website we designed and built for the Chinese Chemical Society. Finally, publishing platform can increase the impact of the scholarly research you publish, publisher publish in a number of ways. By assigning the DOI, digital object identifier, to every content type, multimedia and interactive content become a permanent part of the scientific record, right alongside the journal articles and the books. Here is the content type. We can either be associated with journal content to attract the readers to it, or function as a standalone content on a publication website. You can see apart from the normal the articles, journal, books, we can also the display and the function the blogs and the database, exam software, the magazine, multimedia files, etc. By delivering the research artifacts like the live interactive HTML, computer code, and dataset, a publishing platform not only increases the reader's engagement, but also provides a much richer and more valuable dissemination of the science than a digital copy of the printed article. And of course, by supporting a wide range of access models, a publishing platform with built-in e-commerce capability can generate revenue while also supporting free-to-read, open access license depend on the publication or product. This is very important in the open access and open science movement. There are two customer examples. This one is about the Elsevier. We have successfully migrated over the 600 societies published website from the Elsevier to the Literatum, our public. We host there's the website there and manage the content. Once we know the migration, and there's 23% of the growth in site usage, 31% increase in the NPS score. This is another customer testimony about helping the annual review create a sticker the site. It's about 2 times on-site search, 2 times the length of the site visit after migrate to the Literatum platform. So let's talk for a moment about the technology researchers need to do their research before it gets published. Technology that facilitates reproducible science make it easier for researchers to find the scholarly content they need and help accelerate the publication and the science. Based on this analysis, we have developed and launched some online tools to help the researchers improve their productivity. All the publishers can provide these tools to their readers and members for free. Below, I will briefly introduce several tools. According to statistics, 50% of the scientific articles in the world are displayed and read on mobile phones today. So we designed and launched a mobile-first online reading tool. Its user experience is simple and unified. When a user reads on one device, his progress and the sightings will be synchronized to other users' devices, and it can also reduce illegal copying. This book reader can also provide interactive reading experience. You can see they can display the video and audio in the book. and the relevant content can be recommended, as shown on the right-hand side. Citrus is a personalized discovery tool driven by artificial intelligence that gives the researcher a live social media type feed with the most up-to-date content in his or her the specific pulled from the crosswords the scientific and the professional corpus. For instance, it aggregates the content from Crossref, which I have mentioned earlier. The feed has a magazine-like interface, make it pleasant to read and easy to use, and includes news articles, social media, conferences, and call for papers, preprint, and many other types of content. It is arranged by the relevance. New articles appear first, and the most relevant articles are displayed largest. Manuscript is Artipon's collaborative authoring tool. It includes an extensive, up-to-date library of authoring the template that maintains the journal's submission guidelines and the style guide, make it easier for the research to submit their papers to multiple journals, and faster and easier for publishers to process them. And by enabling the researchers to attach, execute, and interactive with the code and the data behind their research, it furthers the goal of the reproducible science. Here the manuscript. It's a streamlined, intuitive interface. It also has tools and features specific to the scholarly content, including the editor for figures, tables, and equations, and an automated way to import, format, and export citations. We also provide an individual user identity management service for privacy management and the SSO, single sign-on, across sites and services. The user will now be able to sign in the registered applications with their Connect account and move seamlessly between all applications and the publishing website. So now I'm moving to the AI. I spoke previously about ways that publishing platform can improve the content discovery. I would like to share some ways that Artipon's AI in all development philosophy has advanced the on-site discoverability of content, as well as the targeting of the right content to the right visitors to satisfy the needs of both publishers and researchers. Our research and development into the artificial intelligence and machine learning has yielded the faster, more accurate ways for researchers to find the content. This is several areas we are working on: natural language question answers, personalized search, information and knowledge extraction, content enrichment, etc. So next, I will show you some of the real examples we are working on. First one is about auto summarization. Given a long piece of text, as shown at the top, we can automatically generate the short summary, which keeps the key point of the initial text. It will help content discoverability and readability, especially in the era of the information overloading now. It also helps on the SEO of articles by generating the meaningful metadata description. So if you can see apart from this normal abstract summarization, we can also generate the structured summarization. For example, give the 10-page articles, we can generate the full length of the abstract, which with each sections. For example, introduction and the methodology and the result, and each one is just summarized within the to one or two, the line sentences. So it's easier for the reader and the reviewer to understand what's this talking about. We also support natural language question answers. So instead of using this keyword search, user can ask the natural languages like human. See, what's this book about? Once they click the search, we display the answers. Automatic display answers from this book, and then the user can click. If once they click, they go back to the original the snippet in the book. So we are moving towards spoken search through the voice recognition. The student can also can ask questions while walking to the class, and the responses will be the read back to them. So for you to driving to walking, so you don't have to know the read, but just listen. In order to help the readers and reviewers quickly understand the content and the key concepts, we provide a solution to automatically extract the key concepts from the given content and link them to existing knowledge base and on all the ontologies, so that user can quickly understand the concept which they are not familiar with by having the full description and their synonyms. Doing so can also allow user to search specific types of the entities and get the fine granularity result. This one is my favorite. As a research project is knowledge. We also develop a knowledge-based search service to help our customers to move from the content provider to knowledge provider. The left-hand side is a traditional keyword search that if user want to looking for all the articles with related to thrombosis affect the patient, how the thrombosis affect the patient. So today they can only enter the keywords, and the system will return a list of articles. And the researchers still have to go through each article to find the answers and the pieces of evidence. And also, if you can see the results, some of the search results are not relevant because they only based on the keywords. Keywords cannot accurately reflect the user's search intention. However, at the right-hand side, as shown in the right-hand side, this is a new search service we are going to provide, which allow user to search specific entities. For example, drugs, disease, you can see the thrombosis, the relation, how the thrombosis affects the patient. It returns the answers and the pieces of evidence from the original article directly. So the users don't have to go through each article to read. This is a real example of how the knowledge search service works. Customer want to find all the mentions in the articles which mention the issues caused by coronavirus. So we can just type the coronavirus in subject and causes in the relation. And search, you can see that they return there's a three entity mentioned in the three snippets in three articles. This is on the Wiley online library. So you can see the coronavirus can cause its influenza like the illness, and the Middle East the refractory. So this is a different issues caused by coronavirus, and there is the evidence which is snippet in the original articles. This is another very important and useful the information about the useful features about this knowledge-based search. Once more and more knowledge has been extracted and linked, we could not only have better understanding of specific domain, but also help us to find the hidden knowledge and the missing links that could be valuable research hypotheses and future research directions. Today, the normally why we need a good PhD supervisor, because they have many years experience. They know which direction we should go. They can give us directions, give us some of the valuable hypotheses, give the PhD student. But in the future, but this is very time consuming because it's accumulated through the years of research. But in the future, when we do the research, we can use this such knowledge base to identify the hidden link and the missing link. This could be the very valuable the research direction. I'm proud of the R&D team I led at the Artipon, and proud to be able to see we collaborate with leading AI research teams around the world, here in China, in Greece, and in the UK, on powerful new technologies. So these relationships also give us direct access to the best talent to help shape our offering for worldwide audiences. Thank you. This is all.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Zhou, for sharing with us your thoughts. We're going to open the floor to questions from the audience. Dr. Zhou, if I can call your attention to the side of your screen where there are some attendee questions that have come in already. If you don't mind taking a look at them, I think we have some questions about open access and also about Etipon and in the future role of AI. Maybe you can look through them and pick some of the questions to answer them.
Sure. I think, and thanks for your other questions. It looks like there's many questions. Right. Okay. So let me start from the price. Okay. So let me first, why is open access important? Let me try to answer this. So the open access is important because before they have to the pay to read. All the researchers have to pay to read, although it's free to publish. But it just have many issues because the cost. First is cost, and the authors they cannot they cannot give them the worldwide audience and increase the visibility of the work because it's a paywall. And also so there's several ways why it is important, because it's open access and can benefit the many groups and the readers. For reader, the OA can give them a barrier-free access to the literature they need for their research. It's very easy and quick for them to find what they want. And for the teacher and the students, especially in university, OA allows the teachers to bring the latest research into the classroom. And for library, same, address the problem of the raising cost of journal subscriptions. So all these things is very important. Also the public could benefit from the OA because OA provides the taxpayer with the free access to the result of research. This is all very important. Okay, so let me see what's another question? Does the price of the software, what does it mean? Does the price of the software? So you're asking how much does it cost about the literatum, or what's this question about? Does the price of can anyone explain?
I think the question is saying that the price of the software between developing countries and developed countries vary. Um, Probably the person who asked the question feels that the Teratum is a software that is accessible, or maybe they are referring to the knowledge-based search as well, the AI portion of it. Maybe.
Knowledge-based search. Okay, knowledge-based search. That's the AI-based. Yes, we have the for different. I think we for different country. I think this is a question about for the business development team in article. But as far as I know, this we can sell the literatum, the platform as a as a standalone service, but also we can sell our AI services as a standalone service. We can sell the separately. But the regarding the price, it depends on the how much content we need to process and the which country you are. So all this, if you need more information, and I think I can send you more information. Okay, or I can arrange a call between you and the our business team. Okay, another is let me mark. No, I need mark this. Any open access is a free. So let me. How can I? Okay, let me enlarge. Drag this. Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry, I see. Because the window is is small. I cannot see the full text. Now that prices of between developing country good and any open source that is free of charge at the moment. Oh, regarding the open access, there's several the models. One is the golden OA, right, and the green OA and the hybrid OA. For the golden OA, yes, it's free of charge because the researchers pay the APC article processing cost for publishing, and all the use once it's published, it's free to everyone to download. But there's another hybrid. It's a hybrid, the hybrid model, which the user can select, user some of the paper are the open access, but some is not. And also then there's another ways, it's not necessary is a fully the free, because sometimes they still allow the user to the pay a small amount of the subscription fees. So this is different the models, business model now. I think that the more and more models coming in the future, because currently the APC, the golden the OA model may not work in some of the developing countries like the South Africa, because there's no enough research fundings to them. So that's why they cannot pay the the APC. That's a problem. So I guess the more and more the business model is coming. And is it? What's next? Is the manuscript editor open to all research? Yes, this is free for all the the researchers. So you can download. It's a web service, web tool. You can write your script, manuscript, write your paper there, and you can it's for and also with thousands of the journal templates. So it's easier to convert to any journals which you want to submit. It's Artipon a software? No, Artipon is a company. Artipon, the flagship product is a Literatum. It's a software. But Artipon is more than that, because we not only provide the software, but we also provide the customer service and the business and marketing, etc. So how can I access knowledge-based search? Let me see. Let me enlarge this. Is it available to all published websites? No. This is because this uses AI service, use AI technology. In order to support knowledge-based search, first we need to extract the knowledge from the text today. But if you are interested, we can discuss. you provide your content, we extract the knowledge from the content, then we can enable the search, knowledge-based search. What's the future role of AI in research work? Oh, I think it's definitely become more and more important. AI will be involved, but more and more involvement doesn't mean replace the human. I don't believe at least in as far as I can see, I don't think that AI will replace people, but AI will facilitate the humans' work to release people for example from the literature review, because they automatically can suggest the relevant content and summarize this in the key point to speed up the researchers' work. But release researchers from time-consuming work and let them focus more on creative the work. So Artipon is free to use. No, Artipon is as what I said, our Literatum platform is the commercial product for the people to use. The host, if they want to host their website, there's the content on our the platform. But the research tools I just mentioned, the e-reader, manuscript, etc., are free to use and even connect. Could you give example providing ease in mathematical publications? Yeah, we do have I cannot remember the example now, but we do have host the mathematical publications on our publisher on our platform. We do have. So if you want to know the detail, we can discuss. I would like to have AI used to match the reviewer to article. This is some work on Publons, but yes, this is a good question. Let me. There's some work on Publon, but the results are not good. What are you doing this? That's a good question. We do this. I think the first question is in order to tackle this, first we need to have the big the knowledge base. Actually, we have the big knowledge, the publication knowledge base, which consists the millions of the authors' information, and the 2.5 million, 250 million articles, the large knowledge base. And then another important key factor is algorithm solutions based on the given this authors, each authors previous publication and their co-authors and where they come from and the topic their interest. We can recommend the relevant reviewer, not only reviewer but collaborators, so that the researcher can identify who they can work on, who can help them to review their content. So how we can subscribe to the service? Which service you are talking about? The AI service or the Artipon, the Literatum, the platform? So if you're talking about the Artipon, the platform, Literatum platform, I think we can discuss later. But if you talk about the AI service, there's many AI service. It's a standalone service. We can provide this with a subscription phase. Yes. How quickly publication will be possible? How quickly? What do you mean? How quickly publication will be possible? I'm not sure. I understand this. Okay. Thank you. Is personal subscription available or only institution for the software? Personal subscription. For the software, are you talking about is Literatum? Literatum is not for personal subscription. It's for the institution and also for university price and for the publishers. If you're talking about Literatum, the content hosting the platform. But if you're talking about AI service and the manuscript, etc. These tools, they're free. The Citrus manuscript e-reader, all is free. We need to subscribe to individual publisher for non-open or software subscription. Yeah, once you have the membership or the right license, we automatically the recognize. So you don't have to the subscribe to the individual publishers, etc. You refer to, but the author need to pay. Yes, I think it's not attractive to the quality authors. What's your comment? No, actually, I think it's more attractive today because before the what author wants. The author wants reduce their they want to have the speed up their publications and also increase the research work the visibility because they want to improve the awareness, increase awareness. Before it takes 2 years, 20 months to publish a paper. But now, with the OA, actually they speed up dramatically. And also with the free to access, it means more and more people were willing to read your work, to understand your work. So this increase, awareness of your research. This is what authors want. How can we develop our writing skill for scientific application? Proper information for writing format. Yes, if you use the manuscript, they provide the automatic check. The check you have the grammar with the third party tool, and also the template, and also the automatic check based on the journals, specific journal guidelines to help you. Unclear. Audio unclear. Sorry.
Dr. Cho, I think we've reached, I think you've answered most of the questions already. Maybe we'll just give it another 30 seconds or so to see if anybody else has any more questions coming in. But
Sure.
yeah, thank you so much today for sharing your experience with us. I think it was a really great presentation and we learned a lot. We also had quite a number of people who are interested. I think that the ones who are interested, you can probably reach out to us at libraryapac@wiley.com, or if Dr. Cho is fine, they can reach out to you directly through your email as well, if it's okay with you.
Yeah, sure. I guess you got my email, right?
Yes, so your email is up on the screen. So I think if anybody's interested, they can reach out to you directly. But anyway, I don't think we have any other questions coming in right now. If there are any, I'll probably redirect them to you after the webinar. But big thank you to you again today for sharing with us. Have a good rest of the day. And a big thank you to the audience as well for joining us. I hope the information and the presentation was useful to everybody. And everybody have a good day ahead, and we will see you at the next webinar. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good day, everyone.